Hello, this is Dr. Davis, and today I am going to show you how to create a flyer and make some updates to it. Let's get started. We're going to do this flyer in Microsoft Word. You can do it in 2019 or 2021. From your desktop, to open up Microsoft Word, in the bottom left corner of your laptop or desktop, you should have four windows, or you should have a start menu, and you click on that. My Word is pinned, so you would click on Word, or you would have to go and scroll through your list of applications and open up Word by double clicking it. Then from here the Backstage opens, and all we're going to do is click on Blank Document. We're going to open up a blank document for now. In this lesson, lesson 1.1, we are going to, when you finish, you will know how to start and exit Word, enter a text in Word document, adjust the margins in Word, check spelling and grammar as you work in a document, save a document, format text, paragraphs, and documents elements, undo and redo commands, insert and format a picture, add a page border, change document properties, open and close a document, correct errors, and revise a document. So to start with, we are now in the Microsoft Word application window. What is Word? Word is a full-featured word processing app that allows you to create professional-looking documents and revise them quickly. With Word, you can create business, academic, and personal documents, including flyers, research papers, letters, memos, business cards, mailing labels, newsletters, websites, etc. So this is the flyer we are going to create. I do not own the rights to this flyer, but we are going to modify this flyer a lot. We're going to reset margins and more on this flyer. This is just a template from Word. Okay, so this is the flyer we're going to be creating. So I'm going to go here. Let's go on and do a file. So again, this is the thumbnail of the flyer that we will be creating. So I'm going to be going back and forth through documents. So we're going to go to a blank document. Keep in mind that this is your menu bar, and the menu bar contains a list of related items, including commands, apps, programs, and folders. Each command is a menu item that performs a specific action, such as saving a file or obtaining help. A folder is a named location on a storage medium that usually contains related documents. So in the Word window, you have a title bar. When you save your document, this will be replaced with the name that you saved. You have a Word window, which is, it shows you this where in Word. Your title bar. You have your minimize and your maximize buttons here. You have your close. Whatever you do, don't hit the close. You have the blank document area that you will be working in. You have the Windows search. You have your taskbar, which is here. And you have your print layout. You have normal, read mode, print layout, and your web layout view. You have your up and down scroll bars. So let's get started. We will be working in the print layout view. So down here you have your read mode, your print layout, and your web mode. Let's make sure we click on print layout view. And the first thing we're going to do is we are going to adjust the margins of the document. We're going to adjust the margins. So to do that, we will click layout on the tab menu. which is right above the ribbon, And then we will click over here in the page group. We will click margins. And we want to click narrow. Let's select a narrow in the margins. And if you click the narrow, that means your top, bottom, left, right will be 0.5. Enter text in the document. We're going to enter text in the document. And I'm going to change my mind about the flyer. We're going to do a flyer of washing the hands. So we're going to enter text in the top. We're going to type, wash your hands. And then press enter to move the insertion point to the beginning of the next line. I went back to the basketball block party flyer because after looking at washing your hands, that's a pretty much detail. We have our margin set to 0.5. We have it set to narrow. So the first thing we're going to type is, we need to give this a background color. So let's give it a background color. The page. So the shapes do not have to be exact. I just want you to get a feel of creating a flyer. So I'm going to go into my Insert tab on my menu bar, then go to my Illustrations group, and then I'm going to come down here and I am going to select something close to this top shape, which I will probably go with this one. And then what you'd have to do is come here and you'd have to, let me open this up for you. You'd have to click and drag it open, okay, like so. And you can play with this and move this around however you like. You can expand on it. If you minimize this, you can see it better, okay. This also is on landscape. Let's change this page to portrait. Let's go to layout, go to the page setup group, go to orientation and click on portrait. Okay, so there we have it. That is on portrait, okay? Go back over here. If you like, you can brighten this color up by clicking on the color, go to your shape format tool. So if I click off of it, but if I click back on it, if I go to my shape styles and go into my shape field, if I want to change this just to a brighter color, just a little brighter, at this point I want you to choose your own color. Okay, you can choose your own color that you like, okay? There we go. To get this application window back on the left side, I click here in the blank area on the bar top, and then I hold my 4 window keys down on my keyboard and hit my left arrow key. Now I'm going to create this shape here. Okay, create this shape here. Also, let's save this. Click File, Save As, Browse. Let's create a folder. Click New Folder, and let's call this Word Docs. Then hit Enter. But first, you'd have to double click on the folder so it lands up here at the top. And let's type this. Let's save it, the file name, as a flyer. And what type of flyer is this? We're going to say a basketball. I'm just going to abbreviate _flyer and click Save. That way, if you accidentally walk away, you accidentally hit a button, you lose something, you have what your last saved changes. The thing we're going to do is get the other shape in. Click on Insert, Illustrations, Group, Shapes, and let's find one that's close to that shape. I'm just going to select one at this point. Let's see. Excuse me. Let me get this one. And I'm going to go in and draw it out. Like so. But the good thing about this stuff, I'm sorry, not this stuff. The good thing about Word and working in Word, you can flip the shapes. So if I want to rotate this shape and I click here, if I want to flip it horizontally, I can. I can flip it vertically, but I'm going to flip this horizontally. And then I'm going to give it another color. So I'm still in my shape formats. If you click off of it, the shape formats is gone up here. Click back on it. If this pops up, that lets you know that you're going to be formatting this shape using one of the tools on the ribbon to format this shape. So we're going to format it with a different color. I'm just going to give it a different feel color. Maybe something like that. And then I'm going to span the shape out so that it is. And then I'm gonna make this a little, bring this down some, and then move this shape down like this. Okay, again, save your work. Here is my title that I'm saving it under. Okay, the next thing that we're going to do is we are going to add text. So we have our shape. We're going to add the text. By the way, we do have one more shape to add, and that's this piece down here. And to me, that looks like a rectangle. So I'm going to go Insert, go to the Illustrations group, go to Shape. I'm going to get my little square or rectangle, and I am going to make my rectangle here. And actually this rectangle, you can do it the rectangle like this and put a text box over it. We're going to add the rectangle text box at the bottom. What I'm going to do, how I'm going to do this, I'm going to click Insert, Tab, and then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to click on the text box, and I'm just going to select a random text box. I also want to fill the background of this text box in black. So you come over to the Shape Styles group, because now we're going to style the shape. And we click on Shape Fill, and we click on black. We're going to leave the text white. You do not have to change the text font or the size. It's up to you. But if you like to, we can go through that. Okay, let's go back over here now. Let's type in what let's type the text in R.S.V.P 1 it. So in other words, RSVP, put your name in there. So actually that would be your email. Okay, like that. And then you can put in a fake address. And the zip code Just making it up. Now, we can center this. Click on your paragraph group. Make sure you're on the Home tab and click on Center. We can also make this text larger. Highlight the text. I know it's hard to see the highlight, but it is highlighted. Go to your font group, go to your font size, and you can make this text larger as such, okay? There you have it. So now, let me go back through that again. You could do this two ways. Now we're going to create the word block party. So you can click on this border of the box, hold the CTR, the control key down on your keyboard, hit the letter C. Then click anywhere in your document, hold the control key down on your keyboard, hit the letter V. Then you come up here and you click and you drag this down. So the control key is the letter CTRL. Hopefully you know where that is on your keyboard. And you hit the letter C as in Connie. Now we're going to highlight this. I'm going to type block in all caps. I am going to bold this a little bit more so it can stand out from the other, from the word basketball. So you click on your font, you go into your, you could do Boldini block. It's up to you what you do. But any bold, any text that's bold, or you can, I'm going to do Arial. I am also going to increase the font to block like that. Now the next one, again, I'm going to click on this border of this box, do a Control C, click anywhere in a blank document, do a Control V to copy and paste block. And now I'm going to highlight this and I'm going to type party. I'm going to give this a different font because it wants each of the words to have a different font. That's what it's looking like for me. To me. So I'm going to go, I could do elephant. I could do elephant. And I'm going to make this a little larger. And here I'm going to type it in like so. Make sure you save it. I am going to move the words closer together. I just clicked on the border of the box, moved it up. Don't want to move that. If you don't want to move something, all you do is hold the Control key down and hit the letter Z and move that up like that. Resave this. All right, now, so we have the text at the top. For me, it's just easier to get all the text done first. So I'm going to go on and do another insert text. And I'm going to type in D space D. Okay, type that in, go to Home, choose a font. Of course, I'm going to make it bold. I'll just go on and use Arial Black, and then I'll just increase the and maybe we don't need to put a space between it. Any font you like, really, it's no big deal, really. And also, too, you can bold some of these fonts. Some you cannot bold, but some you can. I'm going to make this 82. Like that. Click here. You don't need all this white space. Again, remember, let's remove the white space. Shape styles, go to your shape field and click no fill. Close this box up some. And then let's move this here down. It's looking good. It's looking good. Okay, next we're going to do the player's entry fee. So we're going to get another text box. Insert text box. Move the box over. Let's type players enter free. Everyone else pay $5 at gate. They want this to be in bold. I am going to go on and first of all, I'm going to increase the size of this font. I'm going to leave the font, I may change the font to like Arial. Arial Noble. I'm going to remove the fill from behind it. Remove the fill. No fill. Now, what are we missing? We're missing the word month. So I'm just going to copy and paste this. Control C, Control V. And then I'm going to type in month. M-O-N-T-H. Need to change the size of this to 40 and type M-O-N-T-H. That can be a smaller, maybe 30, like so. Don't need the second page. Resave it. So we now have DD month, and we have this. I think I want to change the color of this field again to something like that. I'm going to change this to white, the text to white. Highlight the text, go to shape fill, text. Let's go up here. Here's the text. Let's change this to white, and also change the D-Day to white, and change month to white. There you have that. Save. I always save after. Don't need two of these. All right. The last thing we're going to do is bring in images. We need to bring in a basketball, and we need to bring in a hoop. So we're going to go to Google. Let's go out to Google. Yes, I have a lot open. Type in Google. Hit enter. And let's look for a basketball first. Hit enter. You need to click on, let's say, a basketball PNG, so that transparent, so that you won't have the background. Click on images, and you're going to select a basketball of your choice. Make sure it says PNG. Let's just select this first one. I'm going to right click on this. I am not going to copy it. I'm going to save this image to my folder that I called what? Word Docs. Okay? Save it to your folder. Because a lot of times if you save it as a JPEG, you will get that background image. Let's test this just to make sure. Let's bring up our document. And let's insert the basketball. We're going to click on Insert Picture, this device, because remember we saved it in a folder. Go into Documents, go into Word Doc, Click on basketball and click on insert. There is your basketball there. Click on it. Oh, now the basketball will not move because you have to format this picture. When I clicked on the picture, this picture format popped up. So you need to click on that. And then you need to click on, we're going to be moving this. So we're going to move this basketball up, all the way up. It came over in a large box. Let's put our RSVP box back down here. Notice that, let me go back here. When I pulled in my basketball, and this is what you have to be careful about. You want to not be on top of stuff. See, I have duplicates in here. Let's resave that. Now let's go up to the top because we want this basketball to be at the top. Let's click insert picture, this device. You can drag it. Well, I thought you could drag it. And click insert. It inserted, but the picture is behind this. So we need to bring it to the front. So we go to our picture format, click on position, and let's position in top left corner. Let's see where they want this at. The basketball is in the top left corner. So we're going to put it over the word ball. Position, just kind of like that. And you can kind of play with it like so. That's fine. Okay. Also, I'm going to do a wrap text, and I'm going to say in front. I'm still in picture format. So now the text doesn't move. If I move this basketball anywhere, the text doesn't move. Let's put it about right there. You can choose any basketball you like. Okay, and let's save that. Notice that this basketball has something at the bottom. If you like, you can select a basketball that does not have anything like that. It's like a shadow. You can just choose one that doesn't have a shadow. The last thing we're going to get is a hoop. Let's save this. We're going to find a basketball hoop. So basketball hoop. Hoop. And we are definitely going to need one that's facing forward, PNG. See how that's facing forward? It looks like actually a piece of clip art. You don't have to. You can do clip art or not. I'm just going to get a basketball hoop. You don't want to spend a lot of time trying to find one. Just grab something. Just make sure that it says PNG and make sure it's facing forward. Let's try that one. And it looks like this may have a watermark in it, so we don't want that. I could see the shadow of it, so you don't want to get that. This one doesn't have one. You're going to right click on the picture, click Save Image As, and then I'm just going to rename this. It's in the Word Docs folder. You always double check that. I'm just going to say basketball hoop. 2 O's. And I'm just going to say, oh, now see how that didn't come up? That's a JPEG. So you're going to end up getting the background of that. And I'll just show you as an example how that looks. Now, if I was to insert this, and then go picture this device, that basketball hoop is going to come up with that background behind it. So we definitely don't want that. Make sure you resave. Let's go back and find one without that background. That's why you want to make sure it says PNG. See how that says PNG after the name? It says PNG. Was that the one I selected? Let's right click, save image as. In basketball hoop, we could use this and take the 31 out and say save. And it says PNG image, so this should be good. Going to minimize that. We're going to insert this now. Click on the insert tab, go to your illustrations group, go to pictures, and go to this device. And we'll try it again. There we go. Now it's inserted. It does not have the background on it. What I'm going to do is bring this to the front. And we can move it. You can move it after you bring it to the front and click on wrap text and say in front of text, and you can move this however you like it. Okay, let's go back and look at the, see how the original flyer is over D-Day, so this could be a lot smaller. You see that? Okay, so there you have it. Now you can, this looks very much like the flyer. It doesn't have to be exact, but as you can see, this is a beautiful basketball block party flyer for them to RSVP. If it looks like the one that is next to it, that's fine. Doesn't have to be the same exact colors. Again, you have just learned how to create. And you've learned how to create a flyer in Microsoft Word. You have learned how to start, and we're going to exit Word in a minute. You've learned how to enter text. You've adjusted margins. We can do a spell check on this by clicking on Review, Proofing, doing a spell check, and click Spelling. And it says everything is okay. You resave it. You also save the document when we clicked on the file save as. We formatted the text paragraphs, and when we changed the text how it looked. The font sizes, we inserted it and formatted a picture. We did some undos and redos. We changed the document properties. We opened and closed the document. We correct errors. We copied and paste. If you were to print this, you would click File. You would click Print. And then you would, whatever your printer is, you would click on Print. Okay, I'm not going to click Print. If you need to use the word help, all you do is click Help. And whatever you need help with, you can click Help here, and then you can type in what you are in need of help for. Okay, so this concludes learning how to create a flyer. Now we're going to go on and close the document, and to do that we will do File. First, you always make sure that you resave, and let's close it, File, and Close. And the document has been closed. There you have it. I hope you enjoyed learning how to create a flyer, and please comment, subscribe. I will be offering 4 courses that you can join. Again, my name is Dr. Wanda Davis, and I have enjoyed working with you.